don't trust Jokic in the biggest moments.
Okay, that's not my reason.
In the biggest moments, I don't trust Jokic, man. In the biggest moments, you know what I'm saying?
Have you seen him in the biggest moments, though, Ticket? I mean, you can't trust a guy in the biggest moments until you see him.
Hold on, we saw him in the Western Conference Finals with a chance to go to the NBA Finals, yes.
Right, and we saw him, and I'd like to think that Joker in 20 is a different player than Joker in 23.
And an old Dwight Howard and then put something on him a couple games in that series.
Once again, I'd like to think that Joker from 1920 is different than Joker in 22-23. That's a different dude. It's not the same dude. It's a way different dude.
I like dudes who got that stuff in them. When I look at you and you built to that stuff, like that championship, like, bro, like for me, the measuring stick is guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro.
Right.
When I look at Giannis, man, he just got this stuff inside him, bro. When I look at Luka, he got it inside him. I don't see that with Jokic, bro. I don't.
And I'm glad you mentioned that.
Guys like Jokic, guys like Joel Embiid, I don't see it in them dudes, bro. All I see Joel Embiid do is fold every single time it gets to the biggest moment for them. They fold.
So before Giannis did what he did in 21, did you see it in him before that?
No, I saw him building because I looked at where he came from.
Right. So is Joker not doing that?
No, because what Joker's doing is this. Joker was in the Western Conference Finals, right?
Right.
Okay, they got injuries, but I seen him whenever he gets to that level. For example, I seen him have these type of games in a series, a couple games. Where you looking at, like, for example, you let Draymond Green give you problems.
He averaged 31 and 16 in that series.
Right,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hold on. Against Draymond, he only shot 30-some% that series.
Right. And he was also down two of his best players.
I got you. Time out. I agree with that. But I'm saying when I've seen him have his players, right, I don't trust him the same way I don't trust Joel Embiid in the biggest moments. Every time Joel Embiid and them dudes get a big, he gonna get hurt, sick, miss a game. I don't trust that dude in the moment.
So until you see him do it, you're not. Thank you. That's your logic. That's your stance. Until you see him do it. Now, does that mean that he can't do it?
Until they seen Kobe do it, they doubted him. When Kobe was shooting them air balls in the playoffs, they doubted him. Ain't nobody think he could do it until he did it. All them Lakers players wanted him gone. The whole Lakers squad wanted him gone. Shaq wanted him gone. All the other teammates couldn't stand Kobe.
Not at that point.
He had to prove that.
Not at that point.
Huh?
Mars, why do you have it? I heard you say, Mars, you got it for a different reason. I'm sorry if I.
Yeah, I'm on the fence because matchups, obviously in the West, I think the Nuggets have a chance, but if they run up against the Golden State Warriors, I think they lose. But if they can avoid Golden State and maybe run into the Clippers in the Western Conference, I think they have a chance because I think Jokic against Golden State is just a matchup problem because Steph, obviously, with the range he has, and Jokic, obviously, having trouble guarding that high pick and roll. I think we have the perfect matchup with Clay, Jordan Poole, and Steph that we can kind of abuse that matchup for us with Jokic, which is why I don't think the Denver Nuggets can beat us. But against the Clippers with less three-point shooting threats and Kawhi Leonard more so operating in the mid-range, I think that is more catered towards Jokic's defensive style, which is where he wants to play that drop coverage, and they can kind of cope with that. And they don't have any bigs. Like, I'm not living with Zubac trying to guard Jokic down low. So I think that the Nuggets can beat the Clippers, but I don't think they can beat Golden State, which is why
yours is matchup dependent.
Yeah, it's all matchup based.
In the NBA. The Clippers are like the second best three-point shooting team in the league. So that's
but that three-point shooting in terms of they're finding open shooters for catch and shoot opportunities, not shooting off the pick and roll. Luke Kennard's not coming off ball screens, rising up. That's not his game. So they're trying to find open shooters off getting paint touches, finding shooters off ball movement, which is not really Jokic's problem.
That's a fact.
His problem is guarding the pick and roll.
Bro, Luke Kennard coming off doubles, all that shooting threes.
Right, but he's coming off double screens without the basketball, which is what Mars is saying. He's coming off screens. He's coming off pin downs. He's coming off all of these things without the basketball because that's who Luke Kennard is. He's a catch and shoot guy. He's not Steph Curry where he's got the basketball coming off screens and popping from 22, 25 feet. That's not his game.
Paul George is. And
Paul George is
40% from the three.
Right,
but even he doesn't come off. I understand what Mars is saying, and I agree. Like it's all matchup based. The Warriors are by far the worst team. They go small. They can run up the pace, and they have an elite ball handler at the top of the key that can give you buckets from as far as you possibly can think of. Teams like that, especially teams like that who can also provide defense on the other side of the floor, is just going to give them problems. They have questionable point of attack defenders, and putting Jokic in any type of pick and roll action is going to mess them.
It's a similar reason why Dame exploded against Denver, because when Jokic is in that pick and roll and you have a player with that much range, Jokic isn't doing anything with that, which is why Dame can have the series he had.
And then Dame was going like literally, like even if you look at that game that he had where he was like killing them, he was just killing at the top of the key. And Austin Rivers was basically putting out there, hang out to dry because nobody else could go out there and really help him out. So yeah, like teams like that is going to be tough. Luckily for the Nuggets, though, the only real team is the Warriors. And so, like, the Warriors being the only really competent team I could see giving them that type of problems, unless Devin Booker really gets in his bag, I can't really see another team that even has the personnel that can really give them that type of problem. I'm sorry, Luka. Let me see.
Right.
Joy, wait,